Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome students. So we are on lecture 17 part 3 of the introduction to computing course. Today we are going to study what is responsive design in Adobe XD. So once again we have only one objective, working with responsive design, understanding responsive design, why they are important and why as a designer you should know it. So let me straight away go to the Adobe XD window. I'll be making a new project or a new file, so let me maximize it. Okay, so for the sake of this example, I'm going to make uh, this login screen, sign up login screen of the HPL mobile app. So there are many things which we will be discussing. So first of all, let me draw this upper area. So I'm going to select this rectangle tool, drop it here, and then I need this green color. So let's select this pen color picker, click on this color, and you will see the exact color is copy here. So very useful and a handy tool. Okay, so now let me zoom in. Okay, now here I'm going to draw an icon, a menu icon. So let me draw a straight line, and let me turn on the repeat grid. So we will be having line number 1, 2, I think 3 lines are enough, but we have a lot of spacing, so let me reduce the space. Let me reduce it. Okay, so with that, let me change the color to white. So that's looking fine. And then we have a text uh, which says HBL mobile. Okay, so you can change the color or you can adjust it as you want. So let me reduce the size HBL mobile, and let me also change the color. Okay, so with that, let me zoom out. Now you can see that we have, yes, we have almost that type of shape. So let me adjust it. Let me adjust it a little bit so I can like copy them both and put them in one group and then bring them down. You can always come over here, select this shape, and if you want to add more lines, so you can add it, and you can line this text as well. Okay, so with that, let me zoom out. Okay, so almost we have a same design. Let me move this. Okay, I think it's fine now. Next, I'm going to design this quick balance option. So let me select this triangle and let me once again zoom in and click over here, rotate it, and I have to add some text, that is quick balance. Okay, with that let me bring it to here. I'm going to okay, I'm going to make it white, and then as always let me select this color picker, and there you can see we have made this button. Okay, so with that I'm going to now create this part, login ID for get login, and zoom in, and password and forgot password, sign up and login. Okay, so first let me create this rectangular area. um, okay, so you can always like add other rectangle area over here, or you can directly write your text or anything that you want, like it's up to you. For simplicity I'm just going to use these icons and then text, and then I'm going to make these buttons. Okay, so let me first use the login ID icon. So I have already downloaded it, so let me drag it and put it over here so you can see. Let me resize it. Okay, and now from where is our rectangle? Okay, so we have a repeat grid, and then HPL mobile rectangle. Okay, let me draw that rectangle once again. um, Let me change the border, and I'm going to bring this icon over here. So we have this icon, but it is at the background, so I can move it up. So now you can see this icon, um, because this is the concept of layer. Mask group 1 is at the top of this rectangle. Okay, so with that let me add some text. So it says login, let me change the color to black. You can always change the size or the placement. Okay, and let me add another text, and that is forgot ID. um, Let me see if they are properly aligned. So you can see that we have almost similar type of login. We have forgot ID, and then you can just you can select all these elements and put them in one group, and you can enable a repeat grid. Okay, I'm going to, for simplicity, I'm just going to not to use I'll be not using this repeat grid because it will make things complicated. I'm going to select this line because we have one horizontal line. Okay, and then we have the option for password. So let me include the icon for the password. So there we have it. Let me bring it to over here, increase the size a little bit. Okay, so now let me add some text. Password, and then over here I'm going to write forgot password. Okay, so that's looking fine. I'm going to increase the height of this shape because I'm going to add the sign up and login button as well. So let me make a button. Okay, let me press Ctrl D to make a duplicate of it and place it over here. Okay, let me delete this one because I want to have exact copy. Okay, so let me add some text over here. So it says sign up, and the other one is login. Let me bring it to the center. Okay, so now let me add this color to this shape. So once again I'm going to use the color picker and select this shape, select the color picker. Okay, and then similarly for the password, let me select it, select the color picker. You can see that it is really difficult, but somehow we managed to use the same color. I'm also going to use the same green color on this login. So select the color picker, choose that color, and we can then make it bold. I mean, we are doing well. Like you can always customize it, you can change it. But here I want to tell, like our discussion today was that how can we uh, understand the responsive design. Now, for the sake of simplicity, let me delete this shape. You can always add other details, but here we have it. Let me change the color of this artboard. Okay. Okay, that's looking fine. So what does the responsive design mean? So let me select the artboard. So you can see over here responsive design is disabled. So if I increase the width, or if I increase the height, there is no change in these elements or these shapes. So what I can do, I can like you can also group them together as well. So Control G. I'm going to group them as well. So group 4 has, okay, that's fine. So once again, let me select the artboard, and if I resize it, so nothing happens. These elements are like static. So if I enable it, and then if I uh, resize it, you can see that these elements are also changing with the size of the artboard. Okay, so what you can do, you can like, it's very helpful because we have different types of screens and different types of devices. So um, what I can, let me like simplify it. I'm going to add all of these elements. So we have group 4. Okay, let me select them all. Okay, we have this group. Okay, so let me once again select the artboard, and if I like select this button, this quick button, so we have another option that is called manual, and it says it is constrained from the top, fixed from the top, from the left and from the right, but not from the bottom, and it has fixed height, but it has like do not have a fixed width. So let me check it out. So select the artboard, so you can see that okay, let me select it once again. Okay, it also have a fixed width, so let me disable it and let me increase it. So now you can see that the width of this quick balance the component is increasing. So if I like, if I make it select it, if I select it and if I make the width fixed, so you can see that now if I change the size of artboard, that quick balance is not changing, like the width and the height is not changing. So you can always adjust the uh, You can always adjust the height and the width and the other constraint, like it is constrained from the right and from the bottom. So if I disable it and once again I change the size of the artboard, let me remove them as well, and if I change, so you can see that now they are like the quick balance is the height and width is uh, not constrained, like it is not fixed. So you can always play around with these options. uh, this uh, responsive design gives you a lot of flexibility and ease if you want to design for multiple options. So now let me show you another example. I'm going to create an artboard, and let me simply create a button, and let me add some text to this button. So it says login. So let me place it at the center. Increase the size to 30. Okay, and let me add some color to this button. And let me also make it white. So we have this button. So let me, like, you can see that responsive design is disabled for the moment. So if I increase the width or the height, nothing is happening. But if I enable it, so you can see that our button changes, as well as the text inside our button also changes. You can always put both of these elements in one group. And once again, let me select this. So let me increase or decrease the size, so you can see that the text as well as the button always also changes. Okay, so with that, let me once again select it, click it to manual. So now you can see that the width is fixed. So if I make it like let me disable both the width and the height, and now you can see the width is changing as well as the height is also changing. Alright, so you can if I select this component or this group, so now it says that it is fixed from the left. So if I disable it, you can now see that now it is not fixed from the left. So let me once again resize it. So you can play around with these options. Like it will help you a lot while you are designing mobile app or website app for multiple devices. I think with that I should stop here, and I'll see you in the next lecture.